Assisi. We are starting. We're right here. We're going to walk up the steps. We're going to have Mass here at St. Francis, and then we're going to work our way through the city all the way up to St. Clair's, right here, Piazza St. Chiara. And then everybody's have free time for lunch, and then we're going to go to the winery and to the Hermitage, and then come back up here, free time for dinner. Beautiful place. We're having Mass in front of the tomb of St. Francis, right up there.
Extra large frozen yogurt on meat, and they can choose their own topping.
He's amazed we're having Mass in front of the tomb.
Francis, the man of God, left his home.
After Mass, we went all through the Church of St. Francis on a tour. They have all these rules about cameras and so on, but I try to do the best I can so that our group can remember what they saw and what they did. And we went all through the church, all the beautiful paintings of the church, of Jesus. There's a whole life of Christ in the upper area here, and there's actually a painting of St. Francis, his actual image. And I got this one off the internet for you, but it gives you an idea of what he looked like. Then we went through the monastery and came up into the chapel where all of the paintings of Giotto are, where he has a whole life cycle of the life of St. Francis. Here's an image of St. Francis praying in front of the San Damiano cross that spoke to him and said, "Repair my church." Our group will be coming out of the Giotto Chapel, where the paintings of Giotto, the life cycle of St. Francis. And I'm going to swing around here. This is the courtyard of St. Francis Church, and there is the Church of St. Mary of the Angels, where we saw the little Porziuncolo yesterday on the way into Assisi. We now leave St. Francis Church and start heading up to the upper part of the town, to the Church of St. Clair, and we're walking along, and there was even people out giving us samples of their food because they want us to come back for lunch. But it was a great walk because this is such an amazing city. This is the Temple of Minerva, 100 BC. This is the home of St. Francis. That's where he was. I'm just talking to the video. And this is his parents. The parents. And we'll go inside. Now, this church is built over the home of St. Francis. And this is the little prison where he was put because he took his father's money and he put him in that little prison. Mother is holding a chain because she released him from the prison Then we go into the birthplace of St. Francis. The legend is that he was supposed to be born in a stable. We go down into this place, and there's a chapel now, but this is where he was actually born. We come back out of there and continue on our journey towards the Church of St. Clare. Here's our group coming through this beautiful archway. Assisi is so beautiful. And here comes our folks through the archway, and our destination is the Church of St. Clare, right there. That has the San Damiano cross in it and the tomb of St. Clare. It's always delightful to have Teresa Tomeo along. She's full of joy and excitement and good for the group. This is the original San Damiano cross that St. Francis was praying in front of when it told him to repair his church. Jesus spoke to him from this cross. Next, we go down into the crypt of this church. Here's some wonderful Polish nuns. They were delightful. Here is the crypt underneath the Church of St. Clare, where her body remains today, incorrupt. And we're going to go around this area, and there she is, laid out beautifully so that we can all pray in front of her tomb. An amazing woman she was. I caught this nice picture of Luca and Janet working on the plans for the rest of the day, looking out over the valley below. Everybody had the rest of the afternoon free to go out and eat and shop, and these are some of the items that we ate today. I know that I put a lot of food up there, but the food in Italy is unbelievable, and you just got to show it because it's so artistic and delicious. Everybody had a good time spending a couple hours finding cafes, enjoying gelato, and shopping. Everybody had the 2 hours for lunch and shopping and visiting all these beautiful places here in Assisi. That van's with us, and this van's with us, and here's our folks in this van. We rented 7 vans to take us around to the Hermitage and the wine tasting and back up here later tonight. So here we go to the Hermitage.
Discover who booked into the church.
After the ride in our vans up the mountain of Sabasio, we came to the Hermitage of St. Francis. We got out of our vans and we started to walk to the Hermitage, which is unbelievably beautiful here. And we arrived at the Hermitage, and this sign says, "Where there is God, there is peace." Unbelievable buildings. Somebody had to build all of this. Then we went into the sanctuary, the chapel, down through all of these beautiful buildings, a cave of St. Francis, and the doorways are so narrow that obviously a lot of people couldn't even make it through these doorways. Gorgeous place. So we walked out to the altars along the pathways out into the woods. St. Francis would lay out here meditating, and Janet decided to lay there and meditate with him. We are now walking back to the vans and had some free time to enjoy this place with birds singing and the trees, the wind blowing. And I caught a lizard. I can't help myself. Whenever I see something like that, I've got to catch it. There's a couple of vans in front of us and a couple behind. We're shuttling people to the wine tasting at the winery. When we arrived at the Sportelletti Vineyards, they took us on a tour of their property and their process, and it was very interesting, and I think everybody really enjoyed it and got an idea of what it takes to make wine. Look at all these barrels of wine that they're processing, and we had a great time tasting. People bought a lot of it too.
Well, here we've got a buying fever here. Everybody's buying these wines we just tasted. There's a couple of big ones there, too.
So we're heading back some to the hotel and some back up to Assisi, right up there. Look at that beautiful city there on the mountain. About half of them are going back up there for the evening, and half of us are going back to the hotel. So choices are important.